Hi, I'm Kat, and this is my 10-month check-in. I actually have just updated my webcam program, so hopefully that will eliminate the problems that I've been having with my audio, and I apologize for that. I am not going to do a very long one. This is just going to be a quick, and I'll post pictures at the end because I do weekly check-ins and I do the bulk of what I'm thinking and everything there. But I'll just, do a little bit. The stats. I had VSG surgery on August 8th, 2018, which is why today is the June 8th, which makes 10 months. I really can't believe it's 10 months already. I had a high starting weight of 370, and that was in February of 2018. My program required me to lose 40 pounds before I was able to get my surgery date, and they recommend a diet. Actually, they require a diet, and I followed that for a little while and then sort of modified it to be mostly keto, and ended up losing 50 pounds by the day of surgery, which was, again, August 8th. And so I was 50 pounds down from there. And today, 10 months out, I am 227 pounds. Now, so that means that since surgery, I have lost 93 pounds, and up for all time, I've lost 143 pounds. Now, this is actually a little bit up from my my weight on this past Wednesday, but I think part of that, I'm going to say a large part of that, is I think my scale was just reporting wrong on that day because I had a large drop and I weighed myself 3 times and none of them worked. I'm actually up a pound from yesterday, and that I think is due to 2 reasons. One, I got up insanely early today. It's Saturday and I got up insanely early. I got up at 5:20. I left my bed at 5:20. I was awake before then. To run errands, and we were supposed to have somebody who's doing housework, not housework, but work on the house, come over to give us an estimate, and they just did not show. Yeah, that kind of sucked, but I was up early, and usually on the weekends I sleep in. And the second reason is because I dyed my hair this morning. My roots were bothering me, so I dyed my hair this morning and did not think to weigh myself before I put the dye in my hair. And before, I didn't weigh myself at 5 in the morning. I weighed myself after I got home. So I drank, and usually I'm first thing I pee and then I weigh myself, and that was not what I did. So I'm not bummed that I'm up a pound because there were extenuating circumstances. I'll feel better about what my weight is tomorrow. And I'm not bummed that I'm up from, I think I reported it to 24.8, but I knew that was a crazy, and I think I even said this is crazy. Even still, I'm down a pound, 1.6 pounds from this time last week, which is great. And I'm down from this time last month, I'm down 6.4, I think. I'm not exactly sure. I think it was 33.4, so yeah, that works. That is correct. So yes, those are my numbers. With this being 10 months, and I've had this sort of this looming 9 months sort of started setting off weasels, as one of my friends put it, head weasels, fear weasels in my head. And it's been sort of your honeymoon period, or the big honeymoon period ends at a year. It still goes on afterwards, and that has been you've got to make sure you're established your routines and that their habits are lifestyle, that your habits are established, and that it's a lifestyle and not a diet and things like that, and trying to get all of that, and knowing that after a year it's going to be harder. All of that has made me a little crazy. I've done a lot of everything. including signing up for Noom and trying to do some meditation using a program called Headspace at first. It's a little pricey. It's got a free trial, so I'm trying out the trial. If I really like it, then maybe I'll pay for it, but it's going to have to be seriously great in order for me to pony up that money, because I think it's like $12 a month for a meditation program. Yeah, I don't need that many meditation things. I can just go with, like I don't know. We'll see how it works. I'm liking Noom so far. It's hard to follow a program and not follow a program. I will say that, because this program is very about low calorie dense foods, and I can't eat that. And I just don't. Like they're like, oh, you're going to get praised, you'll get positive feedback for eating a lot of green foods, because they color code their foods. Green is, and they give you like budgets for how much your calories should be in each thing. And they actually don't give you a calorie budget for the green. They give it for yellow and red, which is all I eat. I eat yellow and red foods, apparently. And this isn't like the color of the food, but the color and the calorie density thing. So yeah, guess what? A lot of the foods I eat are very calorie dense. I know that. And it's on purpose. And you can't eat a lot. You have to make sure the stuff you eat packs a punch. So anyway, I have eaten, I think since I've started this program, I have eaten 0 calorie like green foods, and I told her ahead of time that this is the case. I do occasionally eat broccoli. I haven't in the time that I've been on this program. So I'm sure that it looks wackadoodle to any, like I explained to my counselor, goal manager, I don't know what they're called, what was going on, so she wasn't like, hey, seriously, start eating green foods. But we'll see how it's working. I like the mental stuff, but a lot of the mental stuff is gauged for the stuff, like I said, oh, I want to stop, like she asked me what a goal is. It's like, I'd like to stop snacking. She's like, well, what if we transitioned those snacks to like apples and other things? I'm like, no, that is not going to work for me. I don't want to go from these snacks to healthier snacks. I mean, the snacks that I'm eating are plenty healthy, no matter what you think. But it's just that mental mindset to be able to read what they're telling you and be able to translate it to what will work for me. I don't think it's impossible. I wonder if I'm going to want to do it long term. That's just the key, is if I'm going to want to do it long term. But anyway, so far it is going good. I have started reading a couple I bought a bariatric surgery book called Living with Bariatric Surgery. I listened to a podcast. I think I may have mentioned this last time, but since the audio was crappy, I'll just mention it again. Living with Bariatric Surgery. It's by a British psychologist who works with bariatric patients, and it's about basically preparing you before bariatric surgery and after bariatric surgery, like what you need to think about. And I'm like, okay, I do think that mindset is the key to really successful weight loss, because I've lost weight. I've fully lost weight, and I'm happy with the weight I've lost. I think when I've lost 140 some pounds. That's Becky. That's just great. Sorry, I was swearing, so I whispered the swear instead of just not swearing. That's great. Yeah, I feel like I'm happy with that, but I want more. And I'm like, I will probably get to a point where I have I will, sorry, I don't know what's going on. This is a new program, so we'll see. But anyway, I'm sorry, that was like a big mental thing when the message just flashes on your screen and I don't know how to handle it. Sorry. So it's just, like when I get to that point, I'm going to have lost 100 pounds after surgery, I think, unless something drastic comes up. And that's great. I want that. I want to have lost 100 pounds. I want to lose more. You guys know that I've got hopefully 230, 240 is the amount of weight I want to lose. And that is just a gigantic amount of weight that I want to lose. And it's just kind of mind-blowing. But and getting it so, I'm losing a pound, 2 pounds a week, like, yes, that is good weight loss, but it's hard. And when you think about how far you need to go, and this is always my problem when I think it's like, oh, I'm going to lose a pound a week, yay. When you have that many pounds to lose, it is just like exhausting. You think about how far you need to go. It's like you just have to really focus on the step that's right in front of you and take small steps, and that's what you have to do. And I am trying to really not slip up, and I don't want to, I do snack. I want to stop snacking or limit the snacking a bit. I have a lot of, I don't snack, okay, since I recorded Wednesday, I have slipped up twice this week. Once was on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? No, it was Thursday. Once was on Thursday and once was on Friday. Convenient, right? Thursday, they had brought in donuts, and somebody brought in brownies. And brownies are a big thing for me. I don't know why, but good brownies, they really kill me. Brownies and popcorn, obviously. I've talked about popcorn. The brownies are, they were small. It was, let's see, it was about that big, maybe a little bit bigger, maybe that big. So it was a small brownie, and I had it. And I had it in place of my Evolve cup that I usually have. So it wasn't horrible, but it was higher in carbs. And then on Friday it was down 0.8 pounds. So I'm like, okay, maybe that wasn't so bad. And then Friday was donut day, and there were still donuts at the office, and I got in, and I just was like, yeah, I'm going to have a brownie. Sorry, not brownie. I'm going to have a donut. And I had a donut. And am I proud of myself? No. Was it worth it? Long term, probably not. At the moment, it tasted really good. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. But yeah, it was not the smartest choice. I ended up having that. I thought I'm going to have this, and then I'll probably still have breakfast. And I didn't. I ended up not having any. I had my steak that I usually have for breakfast. I ended up having for lunch. And then I had my barbacoa for dinner, and along with a little bit more. But yeah, it was not the smartest choices. And so if I'm up a pound, and I think it's the hair dye and the weirdness of the morning, but a good part of that may be my donuts. I do test for ketone level, and the last 3 days, I have been 3 days, Friday, Saturday, 2 days. I don't know. Yeah, cause, the last 2 days I have been still in ketosis, but in light ketosis rather. I'm usually on my little breath meter. I usually am a 5, occasionally I'm a 6. Most of the time I'm a 5. I was 4 yesterday morning and this morning. That's why I keep thinking I had more things, but I took my reading a couple times yesterday, and I stayed in ketosis, but just light ketosis, which means I'm fat burning, which is the idea of the whole thing of keto. But yeah, it helped. I don't know. I'll see tomorrow. I feel like tomorrow is my reset day. I am trying. I'm not going to cheat today, or do have any plans to cheat going forward. Free food has always been one of my triggers. It sounds weird, but so I've been better at not doing free food on the whole, but it is I don't know why, it's always just been oh, somebody brought something in, I can stop myself from going and paying for something, but if somebody brings something to me and says, here, have some, thank you, I will. But I've been getting better at it. Like I said, donuts are a hard one. Brownies are a hard one. Donuts, I like donuts a lot, but I like certain donuts a lot. So I'm kind of making a rule from now on that I will not have a donut unless it is one of two types of donuts that are my absolute favorites, and that's the Krispy Kreme glazed, or the Dunkin' Donuts has a chocolate cream filled donut, which growing up was absolutely my favorite. Luckily, Dunkin' Donuts is not around here very often. There's one over by a friend's of my house, but I don't go there very often, and when I do go, I go with my husband, and he will be like, no, we're not stopping for donuts, and that's good. I like that. It's nice to have that in my life. And I have plenty of snacks that are not, like I have a whole bin full of non-sugar sweet snacks if I want that. So, so anyway, that was my month of May, my birthday month, which, I think I did pretty well. I did far better. Like I measure everything now against February, which was like a crap month for me. It was like a zero-sum month. Which really, luckily it was a short month, but I figure, like I had 10 months and 1 month was nothing. So I've got to make everything count. And then I've got 2 more months and I'll probably get crazier and crazier, and we'll see. My 1 year, I'm going to be very, very happy on my 1 year, just to have made it. And it's funny because it seems like every step of the way has seemed very long, but looking back, it seemed like it's been no time at all. And I don't know if you can see Kaylee is right here. She's being cute. But she's not asking to be held, which is nice because I decided to do my nails right before I did this. I think they're dry now, but yeah, cat hair and wet nail polish is not a great mix. But anyway, this has been a little bit rambling and has been longer than I expected, but I am going to do like a shot pictures this morning, so I will include some pictures and it's sort of my high weight, mid-weight that I liked, I guess. I think it's a couple weeks after, yeah, it's at least a month, I think, after my surgery, because it's, I think, 295, and then my current weight. So it's getting, like, it's funny, I asked my husband, it's like, looking at me, and you can answer this question too if you like, when you see the pictures. Looking at me, do I look like a normal person at this point, or do I still look like an overweight person? And he said, you're a little overweight, because I love my husband because he's honest with me. It's like you're a little overweight, but you look like a normal American. You look like a normal American, slightly overweight. I'm like, well, I'm okay with that. I want to be thinner. I have now a bunch of, I have a problem. I have a coat problem. There's been such a long time where I have not been able to find jackets that fit, or I'll see cute jackets, and I love jackets. I see cute jackets and I'm like, it doesn't come in my size. It won't fit. It won't, like sometimes I get stuff and just like say, one day I'll be able to wear this, and that day has come for a lot of things. I, in like 5 pounds, the problem is the arms. See, you can see, the problem is these arms. So in 5 pounds or an inch, I'm going to say an inch on the arms, I will be able to fit into a lot of the jackets that I have. Like large was the size that I decided this is probably, medium would be too small. I don't think I'll ever get into medium. I wear a medium on some things. I have some things that are medium that I can fit into now. But I think those things are supposed to be slightly oversized, and they're not. But I have a bunch of coats, jackets, leather jackets, fake leather jackets, geek jackets that I have that are almost fit, or very close to fitting, and it's just like, just a little more. I was bummed out because I picked up a Darth Vader style jacket, like inspired jacket, and it was an extra large, and I'm like, if I get an extra large, it'll fit now, and I can enjoy it for a little while and then pass it on. Yeah, it's it's an extra large in juniors, so that will fit when I get a little bit down. So now I have just like so many jackets. I'm just going to be like put this jacket on, take it off halfway through the day, put another jacket on, because I'll have so many jackets that I'll need to wear. The nice thing is my office is freaking freezing, so I will always be wearing a jacket. But yeah, I have, like last anniversary, my husband and I bought each other a specialty leather jacket, and then I got another leather jacket for my birthday, a little early for my birthday, and I have, like all these things. And part of it is also, I'm not wearing that bra today, but I picked up some Lane Bryant bras, and I've moved bra size, so I have always been like over a 40 band size, and then very large cup size. So I have not lost a lot in my breasts, but I've lost some in the band size. So I had to order, because I couldn't find any in the store, but I ordered 38, and then they told me to order, instead of triple D, order F. So 38F, that just sounds like a strange size, but bra. And the nice thing is, when I am wearing that, and I am wearing it in the pictures, the last picture I'm wearing the new bra, it pulls my girls up to the location that the jackets want breasts to be in. So it's nice, because I've always, like, when I've worn my other bras, they sink a little, so the curvature of my breast has been below where the curvature is in the tailoring for the jackets, because they're like slim fit jackets when you zip them up. And it's, like I do that and I'm like, oh, like it fits kind of, but so getting the new bras and having that lift and putting the breasts where they are wanted, where culture wants me to have my breasts, it's been really nice. And I am addicted. I've been using wearing wired bras for a little while, because I did not use wired bras for a very long time, because I had a couple incidences where the wire was actually made out of wire, which and was basically creating a hole in my breast because it had worn through the fabric of my bra. It was just, so that is horrible. I hope that never happens to anybody. That is not a good thing to happen. So I started using Lane Bryant's t-shirt, no wire t-shirt bras, and when they are still in good shape, like they haven't worn out too much, the cups keep you in place really well. After it gets worn down a little bit, it sort of drops. But yeah, I got 2 new ones, and like I said, not wearing them now because I like to be a little softer on the weekends, but they jack the girls up and put them in the right place, and I'm really, really going to enjoy my jackets. And maybe in a future, like once they really fit, maybe I'll just do a gallery of me and my jackets, because I do have an insane amount. Well, I have at least probably 8 to 10 jackets that I'm waiting to be able to wear. So some of them I picked up at thrift stores, some of them I picked up on super sales from websites, and like I said, a couple of them are gifts. I have a Captain Marvel inspired jacket that is very nice, but that was a birthday gift, and that's going to be, I told him to get it in a smaller size. It's a large, but I think that's going to be on the smaller end of the large. But my husband's like, oh, I want you to be able to wear it for your birthday. I'm like, yeah, I don't want it to be too big. It's an investment piece, and I want it to be able to wear it for the long term. So there you go. There's my insanely long thing. I hope you enjoy the pictures, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.